Well, U.S. officials taking steps to crack down on the Chinese startup DeepSeek and its support from America's leading chip maker, Nvidia. This week, the Trump administration moved to restrict Nvidia's sale of AI chips to China, while also trying to implement penalties to block DeepSeek from buying American technology. Lawmakers also putting pressure on Nvidia by opening an investigation this week into their sales of chips across Asia. They want to know if the company knowingly provided DeepSeek with critical technology to develop AI, potentially in violation of U.S. rules. The U.S. is targeting DeepSeek and Nvidia. It's coming as fears are growing over whether China will potentially become the leader in AI, surpassing the U.S. So joining me now is Intrust cybersecurity consultant Dave Hatter. Dave, it's so great to see you. We know that the Trump administration right now is really working to try to slow Beijing's progress when it comes to AI. Just to reiterate, why is that so important?
Well, thanks for having me on again, Nicole. And I think that the real bottom line is if AI lives up to its promise, there's a lot of hype and hyperbole out there at this point, and we've seen a lot of limitations. And of course, if you're out here in the general public, you only know what's available to the public. Who knows what's in some lab somewhere? But the idea that our fundamental adversary in the world could get a big lead, which could give them significant strategic advantages, not only on the battlefield but in commerce, it's a big concern. And that concern has been raised for some time. You've got the select committee on the CCP raising the alarm and putting out this report that's kind of got us into this conversation today. I think it is a legitimate concern. And I think, as a country, especially as we seem to be in an increasingly adversarial relationship with the Chinese Communist Party, unfortunately, I think these are questions that need to be asked. And I think if you look at the recommendations the select committee is making, which is bipartisan, by the way, as a country, we definitely need to act on these things.
So, Dave, do you think any potential penalties or restrictions will make a real difference? And I ask that based on what China may have already developed.
Yeah, I think that's a smart question to ask, Nicole. And I think that's one of the concerns the select committee has raised is that it appears anyway, and it's been alleged by some, that the Chinese Communist Party, People's Republic have gotten their hands on these chips. And, the concern with these Chinese companies like DeepSeek, TikTok, and others is that even though they're technically companies, they're really controlled by the Chinese Communist Party. They've gotten these hands on their chips by front companies and using different mechanisms to kind of cover their tracks, launder the chips, if you will. Will penalties help? I'm not sure. I think that the bigger thing we need to do is if we can stop the exports, this technology moves very quick. These chips are critical to it. We still have a lead in chips at this point. I think we could certainly maintain our lead to the extent we have one and potentially expand that lead, assuming we can keep these chips out of their hands at this point. Now, I know they're also working on their own capacity to build this stuff. That's part of what this whole battle over Taiwan is about. So, hopefully we'll continue to do the right things in the U.S. to maintain our lead here. And, I don't want to be too hyperbolic. I don't want to say there's disaster that awaits or anything like that, but I do think it's in our best interest to ensure we continue to maintain a lead here, just based on our relationship with them at this time.
Yeah, so, Dave, last question for you. A lot of Americans, particularly in many cases, those Gen X and older, are a bit hesitant of AI. Why does this AI race ultimately matter so much?
Well, I think, Nicole, if you look at where we're at with things like robotics, right? If you haven't seen like the robots from Atlas, and there's another big story that hit the news recently. There's a Chinese company, Unitree, that makes a robotic dog similar to Atlas. One of the reasons why China is often in the crosshairs in the United States is theft of intellectual property and so forth. This robotic dog, researchers found that in it had backdoors that would allow remote control. You could access its cameras. So, it's essentially a walking spyware tool. If you couple these robots with advanced AI, whether it's drones on the warfield or the battlefield, or it's, robots that could replace people's jobs and so forth, giving them a significant advantage like that, not only is a potentially economic issue for the United States, jobs, economic success and so forth, but if you get to a point where you have a drone battlefield capability that significantly outstrips ours, that's going to be a huge problem if and when we end up in a kinetic battle. I hope that never happens, but I think that's the fundamental concern, is that they would be able to operate much more quickly and we would have a hard time fighting against that.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.